Well, you may remember last week I was walking up on the forestry road above the Fforch, and I pointed out a little path that I said I was pretty sure came out on the Ynysfeio tip, and I'd check it out before too long and see if it was going to be okay for the strollers and striders to do. Well, I just walked up onto the Ynysfeio tip and up onto the path, and I'm going to follow it up now. So you can see I'm just above the tip. There's views down onto the allotments at the far end of it, and I'm on the path. A little bit muddy when I get onto the path, but nothing to what we've walked in the past. And that wasn't a bird, if you're wondering what that noise was. It was my phone. So now I'm going to start climbing up and see where I come out. So I've come to a crossroads now, well, a fork in the path, and if I were to take the right hand path, that would lead me down back into Ynysfeio, back onto the tip. But I'm going to carry on to the left up this way, and I don't know whether my phone will hit them. They're really small, but how gorgeous is that? The first wild violets I've seen so far this spring. Gorgeous. The path is a lot rougher than I remember it from previous times I've walked up here. So with all the rain we've had over the winter, perhaps that's caused some erosion and damaged the path a bit. But it's certainly more than walkable so far. Isn't that stunning? Look at that. Okay, that's the path I've just walked up, and I'm going in this direction, and again there's a fork in the road. I'm assuming that path leads back down to Treherbert. Don't know where that would come out, but I'm going to carry on going up to the right and hope this one will take me to where I want to go. And another plant that I've been starting to see as I'm walking up. I've only started to notice it in the last day or two, but this is saxifrage. I'm not too sure which type. It could be golden saxifrage possibly, but it's definitely some type of saxifrage. And onward and upward again. See that view down there? That view means that I've been walking for half an hour and I haven't even left Treherbert yet. Glorious. All the new growth coming on the trees. They're all looking lovely and green now. Look at that sky. My phone is telling me that it's 18 degrees today, and I can well believe it. In fact, if anything, it feels a bit warmer. Certainly glad I didn't bring a jacket with me today. I'm almost always wrong. I'm always a few corners out or a few bends too short, but I'm pretty sure that when I go around the next bend from somewhere around there, I'm going to have some stunning views out over Treherbert. Fingers crossed anyway. Knowing me, I'm on completely the wrong path and I'm heading towards Neath. Well, for once I wasn't wrong. Look at that. Worth the climb up here. Spectacular view. And onwards and upwards. And up a little bit further. And I've got this view. I'm not going to get any decent photos from up here today. It's the wrong time of day and it's much too hazy. But it's still worth being up here. I can enjoy the view even if I can't photograph it. So I've almost reached the end of this path where it comes out onto the forestry road. But before I do that, I'm going to climb over this stile and just walk down the field a little bit and have another look at those views. I won't go overly far down there, but it's worth going to have a look at the views before I carry on. A perfect summer's day, and it's still only the beginning of April. And the celandine is coming out now as well. That's another gorgeous little flower, so pretty. So I'm back on the main path now. I've done a very small detour because the path I pointed out the other day comes out very slightly to the left. But as I'm going to be walking down to the right and down to the ponds, I've come this way. I'm not going to hang about because I can hear voices behind me. They're not overly close and they're going a lot slower than me, so there shouldn't be a problem. See that tree there? Just to the left of the barrier. That's the tree that I commented on last week that always looks dead over winter, and I was hoping it was going to burst into life again this year like it always does. Hard to believe that was just a week ago. Look at it now. Wow, I can't get over the difference in just a week. So now I'm turning to the right here and walking down towards the ponds. Another fabulous view here. There's quite a bit of damage on this path as well since I was here last. It's a few months ago, but it's got to be all the rain we've had over the winter. The path that's going off in front, slightly to the left, doesn't really lead anywhere. So I'm just going to follow this path and carry on as it turns around a little bit to the right. The people that were behind me have stayed on the main path. They haven't followed me down here, thankfully. I can still hear them up above me. So I can take my time, I can slow down again now. They're really common, I know they're everywhere, but daisies are still one of my favourite flowers. The Welsh word for daisy is llygad y dydd, eye of the day. Sums them up perfectly, I think. And look at that view as I walk down further, down to the bend in the path. Fabulous. The sound of the bird song the bleating of the sheep. You can just pick out the stream babbling in the distance. Stunning. And that's another lovely little flower I've been seeing a lot of this morning. That's coltsfoot. Another pretty little one. So that's where I'm heading for, that spot down there. And I'll sit on the wall down by the reeds for a while. Although saying that, it looks as if somebody's beaten me to it. There might be somebody already down there. And I'll walk around this way for a little bit. And then see what happens. Yeah, there are some children playing down there. So I reckon I'll give those a wide berth. Made it down to my spot by the rushes. When they saw me coming, they climbed over the stones to the other side of the river so that I'd have plenty of room to pass. It's fabulous here, one of my favourite picnic spots. And I'm going to be quiet for a minute now, see if you can hear the frogs croaking. Fabulous. Note to self, next time you bring a biscuit, make sure you don't crush it at the bottom of your bag. Well, all good things must come to an end. I've eaten my biscuit, tipped my water and didn't realise till I was sitting in it. So I think now, time to walk home. On my way home now, and the only problem with walking down steep hills is that at some point you're probably going to have to walk back up them. So here goes. Oh, right, I made it back to the top. And there's that tree again. I know I keep harping on about it, but look at the difference in just a week. That's fabulous. Glorious. So from here it's downhill all the way. And that's the path that I walked up from Ynysfeio. As I said, I didn't come out quite at this point because I branched off just a few metres further down the path to walk along that way. But if I'd carried on the main path another minute and I'd have been up here. So I'm going back the easy route and downhill all the way onto the bottom of the Rhigos. I mentioned all the other wildflowers I've been passing, so I can't go home without mentioning the dandelions. I know they're really common, but they're so fabulous, so bright and cheerful. No walk in the mountains is complete without a few dandelions. And the final stretch down onto the Rhigos and home.